Everyone, we're going to go ahead and get started with our business meeting. Today's date is July 29, 2025. The time is 2 p.m. In attendance are Commissioners Eberlein, Duncan, and Matari. I'm going to call this meeting to order, and we will begin with a moment of silence. Okay, next up is the pledge. Grant, can you lead us in the pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Any changes to the agenda? Hearing none. Public comment. Anyone wish to speak? Hearing none. We have meeting minutes. I'll take a motion on that.
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes.
Sorry. Second. Commissioner Eberlein?
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan?
Aye.
Chairman Torrey?
Aye. Consent calendar.
I move that we approve the consent calendar, item 3.
I concur.
Commissioner Eberlein?
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan?
Aye.
Chairman Torrey?
Aye. And payables.
I move that we approve the payables for July 21st through the 25th, 2025, in the amount of $768,987.88.
Second.
Commissioner Eberlein?
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan?
Aye.
Chairman Torrey?
Aye. Okay, first up, first business item. Number 5, board approval request. This is approval to pay invoice number 2393, Access Unlimited, with our Information Technology Department, and we have Grant Kinsey here.
Thank you, Commissioners. Grant Kinsey, Network Admin for the record. This invoice includes the licensing for all the cameras in the new Justice Facility, labor to install them, and some of the labor for the door access control system, amounting just short of $75,000. So it's over the threshold to pay on my own. So I'm just looking for approval to submit it for payment.
Are there any questions? No? And this is for the building. It's all in the budget and everything. So,
Yeah. So,
yep, I'll take a motion.
I move that we approve the invoice 2393 for payment to Access Unlimited.
Second.
Commissioner Eberlein?
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan?
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Thank you. Next up, item 6, 2025 Hayden Lake Marathon Law Enforcement OT Agreement, negative split, GCCPG Hayden Lake Marathon, and our Sheriff's Office. And I believe we have Captain Kevin Smart on the telephone.
Thank you, Commissioners. Kevin Smart for the record. Yes, it's an agreement with negative split to provide some traffic control at 2 points along the route for their Hayden Lake Marathon event that they have coming up. And we would be dedicating 2 deputies for overtime, and that would be reimbursed back to the agency.
Thank you. Questions? Motion?
I'll make a motion to approve 2025 Hayden Lake Marathon Law Enforcement OT Agreement, negative split, GCCPG Hayden Lake Marathon Sheriff Patrol Action.
Second.
Commissioner Eberlein?
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan?
Aye.
Chairman Torrey?
Aye, motion carries. Thank you. Next up, item 7, board approval request. This is to approve an e-services payment agreement with GovPros Payment Processing Services, and with our treasurer's office. I have Jill Smith listed, but we have our treasurer, Steve Matheson, here. So who would like to start?
I was going to take the first 2, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Jill Smith, Chief Deputy Treasurer for the record. As you can see, we've got a payment processing agreement in front of you. This company will reduce the fee to our taxpayers from 2.19% for credit card charges to 1.99%, and for debit cards, it'll go from 1.5% to a flat fee of $3.95, and then electronic checks currently is 50 cents. Those will be at no cost to the taxpayer.
Thank you. Questions? Motion?
I make a motion for board approval request of e-services payment agreement, GovPros payment processing services treasurer.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline?
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan?
Aye.
Chair Matari?
Aye, motion carries. Next up, item 8, board approval request. This is to approve payment of bonuses approved in the FY25 budget. It's with the treasurer's office and Jill Smith again.
So we're requesting that you approve disbursement of previously approved bonus dollars to our staff. And we did not include a bonus request in fiscal year 26 as requested by the Board of County Commissioners.
Thank you. Questions? Motion?
I move that we approve the payment of bonuses in the FY25 budget.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline?
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan?
Aye.
Chair Matari?
Aye. Motion carries. Next up, item 9, Resolution 2025-60, appropriation of FY 2025 contingency funds. And this is the payment of interest and penalties to taxing districts with our treasurer's office. And we will have Treasurer Steve Matheson talk about that.
Hopefully you've read through the resolution. What this is supposed to accomplish is the payment of $68,556, which is the calculated interest accumulating on the penalties and interest that were withheld for the non-litigant taxing districts. We're trying to be consistent with the Supreme Court ruling, which sided with the 2 cities and 4 highway districts in accumulating interest on those disputed funds. We're using the we want to appropriate the contingency funds to make this payment. Any questions?
Any questions? Motion?
I make a motion to, for Resolution 2025-60, appropriation of FY 25 contingency funds, payment of interest and penalties to taxing districts.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline?
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan?
Aye.
Chair Matari?
Aye, motion carries. Thank you. Next up, item 10. This is financial budget authorization to expend parks fund balance. This is related to Greensferry Park Improvement Project with Parks and Waterways. And we have Director Nick Snyder on the telephone.
Thank you, Commissioners. Nick Snyder for the record. Yeah, the department seeks your authorization to expend parks fund balance necessary to complete some topographic site survey and permitting work for a site improvement project at Greensferry Park along the Spokane River. And the department is seeking VOCC authorization to expend up to $20,000 to complete the required pre-construction work. And the finance director has confirmed that adequate fund balance is available in our parks fund balance.
Thank you. Questions?
Was this a project that was already slated for this year, or is this something that came up?
It's actually a great question. It did come up. We were hoping to make it into next spring. However, the erosion along the shoreline is not going to wait for us, nor new funding season. So we're gonna need to address it a little earlier than anticipated.
Okay.
Any other questions? Take a motion.
I move that we approve the Parks and Waterway fund balance up to $20,000 to be used for the Greensferry Park Improvement Project.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline?
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan?
Aye.
Chair Matari?
Aye. Motion carries. Next up is item 11, independent contractor agreement. This is for the Greensferry Park Reconstruction Planning and Permitting with YOY Inc., DBA VERDIS, Parks and Waterways. It's an action item, and Director Snyder again.
Thank you, Commissioners. So speaking to item 10, before you is an agreement with VERDIS Planning and Engineering in the amount of $11,500, which is necessary to complete that pre-construction engineering and permitting work for the Greensferry Park. As we just discussed in the previous item, funding for the work is available in the Parks 35 fund balance.
Thank you. Questions? Motion?
Independent contractor agreement, Greensferry Park Reconstruction Planning and Permitting, YOI Inc., DBA VERDIS, Parks and Waterways.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Tyler.
Aye, and that motion was to approve it. Next up is items, I think we can do 12 through 16 together.
Yes.
They are the 2025 SWIWIN 3-year Memorandum of Understanding with District 1 Juvenile Detention Center 911, Timberlake Fire Protection District, Selkirk-Sagal Fire Protection District, Worley Fire Protection District, and Northern Lakes Fire Protection District. And I have Alan Mallory. You on the telephone?
Commissioners Colin McRoy on the line will be handling.
Colin, sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. Good afternoon, Commissioners. Colin McRoy for the record with Kootenai County Sheriff's Office 911. Each agency, this is for renewal for access to the 700 megahertz trunk radio system. Each agency already has radios on the system and would like to continue utilizing them, and their agreement was up for renewal and your approval.
Thank you. Questions? Motion?
I move that we approve the 2025 SWIWIN 3-year Memorandum of Understanding with District 1 Juvenile Detention Center, Timberlake Fire Protection District, Selkirk-Sagal Fire Protection District, Worley Fire Protection District, and Northern Lakes Fire Protection District.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Tyler.
Aye. Motion carries. Thanks, Colin. Next up
Thank you.
is item 17. It's a grant agreement number F258COE, MIRL and PAPI lights with Idaho Transportation Department in the amount of $570,000. There's no match requirement. It's with our airport. And Kimberly Stevenson, are you on the phone?
Yes, Commissioners, Kim Stevenson for the record. This grant agreement was, the grant application was approved by the board in February of 2025 and sent off to the Division of Aeronautics. We applied for 3 separate projects. We were awarded 2 projects. These are navigation aids that belong to the airport, originally installed about 1994. They are medium intensity runway lights and precision approach path indicators on runways 2, 20, and 24. And this will convert all of those lights to LED. Currently, we go through a lot of replacement bulbs on those. This project also includes new cabling and a rehab of the light base cans and utilizes the existing conduit where possible. And again, $570,000, and there's no match requirement from the state.
Thank you. Questions? Motion?
I make a motion to grant agreement 5258 COE, MIRL, and PAPI lights, Idaho Transportation, ITD, the amount of $570,000, and no match requirement.
I'll second that approval.
Pardon?
I said I'll second that approval.
Commissioner Eberline,
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Tyler.
Aye, motion carries. Thank you. Next up, item 18, grant amendment number 3-16-0010-058-2023. This is award acceptance with the Federal Aviation Administration in the amount of $98,480 with a cash match from Fund 30 in the amount of $5,471.11, which is 5%, with our airport, and again, Kim Stevenson.
Kim Stevenson again for the record. We requested the grant amendment, and it was approved by the board in May of 2025, sent off to the FAA we have now received a notice from them that they have accepted the grant amendment, and we are requesting that the board award the acceptance of that $98,480 from the FAA, in addition to the 2023 project, the AIP project 58. That was our runway 624 and Bravo taxiway. The cash match would be from the airport fund of $5,471.11. And we'd also like to request that if it's approved, that the amendment amount be posted to the budget.
Thank you. Questions? Motion?
I move that we approve Grant Amendment 3-16-010-058-2023, and this is accepting the award from FAA in the amount of $98,480 with a cash match from Fund 30 of $5,471.11.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up is item 19, FY 2025 Financial Statement Audit Engagement, and this is with Eide Bailey LLP and our Auditor's Office, and we have our very own Keith Taylor here.
Yes, Keith Taylor for the record. The agreement before you is the engagement letter from Eide Bailey for fiscal year 2025's audit. Details of the fees in the engagement letter are explained on page 7 of their engagement letter. Fees total $88,500, which includes the testing of a second major federal program if required by Eide Bailey as part of their single audit. FY 26's preliminary budget, which is where this would be paid out of. The preliminary budget states audit costs at $88,500, which will cover the cost of the audit. If approved by the board, this is the final year of a 3-year agreement for audit services with Eide Bailey. So just as a note, I appreciate your consideration and happy to answer any questions.
Thank you. Questions? Motion?
I make a motion to, with five-year 2025 financial statement audit engagement, Eide Bailey LLP Auditor.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye, and that was to approve the FY 2025. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, item 20, Board Approval Request. This is Q2 2025 Coronavirus State and Local Fiscal Recovery Funds Project and Expenditure Report with the Prosecuting Attorney, Civil Division, and we have our own Caitlin Smith here.
Good afternoon, Caitlin Smith for the record. I'm requesting the board's approval to submit the provided ARPA quarterly report to Treasury. It has been reviewed and reconciled by the Auditor's Office. We will most likely be done expending ARPA funds in the Q3 report, but we're not quite done in this one.
And we get to wrap it up this year, don't we?
Correct.
I'm sure a few folks will be pleased about that.
It'll be an accomplishment.
Okay, good. Well, any questions? Motion?
I move that we approve the Q2 of 2025 Coronavirus State and Local Fiscal Recovery Funds Project and Expenditure Report.
Second.
Commissioner Eberline.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chair Matari.
Aye, motion carries. Thank you. Next up, item 21, this is a financial budget decision, division of intern hours with our prosecuting attorney. And we have our prosecuting attorney, Stanley Mortensen, here.
Thank you, Board. Essentially, my office is budgeted for 3 part-time interns. When you look at the finances, basically, we're budgeted for 117 hours per pay period. That money is allocated to 3 positions. We've found over the years that sometimes these interns, the 3 interns, don't use all those hours for different reasons. They're still in school. And we've come to the point where we'd like to have a 4th, maybe a 5th or a 6th intern. And I think we can do that depending on the semester and stay within the 117 hours. But in order for Human Resources to create those positions, I need to get this approved. So essentially what I'm asking for is the ability to split those 117 hours by more than 3 positions.
And then the next item, is that paid for with the same hours?
Well, I struggled with this. I almost didn't put this on the agenda. The second item, Shoshone County wants to hire an attorney. He's one of our current interns right now, actually. He's taking the bar this week. But they can only guarantee him 30 hours a week. And so they've approached my office. I think they've approached a few offices about the ability of picking up those final 10 hours a week. And I have salary savings from attorney positions, but I know those are only going to be through September 30th. So I was hesitant to try to pay for it out of that because this person could be a split between Shoshone and Kootenai for another 8 or 9 months. There's an expiration date on that if this is approved, but you know, I should have some salary savings next fiscal year because I have a couple attorney positions that might be vacant for a bit too. So I would prefer to pay that out of attorney salary savings rather than intern, but worst case scenario, I will have some intern savings. So I've thought about reapproaching the board with a projection from salary savings instead, and I might have to freeze an attorney position for a few months to ensure that those savings will be there for the 6 to 9 months. But essentially, I'm looking for some board approval for a portion of the intern funds initially, and if that's not going to do the trick, I'll reapproach the board later. I don't know if that makes any sense.
Kinda.
Yeah.
So basically, you want to keep the 17 hours?
Yeah, it's already
allotted?
budgeted for 117 hours. I just want to spread it out more than 3 ways.
And then somehow that would include the next item that we're going to talk about.
Exactly.
Okay. So it would be budget neutral from what you can tell at this point.
Yes, it's already budgeted for.
Yeah. Questions?
Well, I'll ask it when we get to the next one. But I'm fine with the adding 1 or 2 interns to use that 117 hours.
And if I, just because, Commissioner Duncan, you were specific as to 1 or 2 more, it could change on the semester. I didn't want to come before the board every few months, depending on the school year. You know, next semester, we might need 4. Starting in January, we might need 6. Next fall, we might only need 4. I didn't want to have to go before the board every time I wanted to do this. I just wanted this approval that depending on the semester and the need, I could divide that 117 hours any way I wanted.
Okay, is that a problem for HR? Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, if you want 117 interns, you can manage that.
1 hour
for
of
now.
pay period.
It really changes sometimes depending on the semester and even on the week. You know, these students have different school schedules. Sometimes they're second-year law school students, sometimes they're third-year law school students, and their schooling changes every semester.
Yeah. Well, if there's no other questions or objections, I'll take a motion.
Financial budget, division of intern hours, prosecuting attorney.
Second.
Aye.
Jump the gun on me,
I
too.
did. Sorry.
Commissioner Everline,
Yeah, aye.
Commissioner Duncan,
Aye.
Chairman Tari.
Aye, and that motion was to approve it. So next up is item 22, financial budget. Item again, collaboration with Shoshone County, shared attorney position, again with our prosecuting attorney, Stanley Mortensen.
Not to sound like a broken record, but again, Shoshone has reached out to my office about helping to fund part of their position. So the work would be done in this office up to 10 hours. The majority of the work would be done, you know, picked up by Shoshone County. But realizing that I may have some unused wages from some of these intern hours, I would like some approval to fund that position with unspent wages from the intern positions. And again, if that's not going to meet the needs of the Shoshone Kootenai County split position, I would just kind of push pause on that and then maybe reapproach that with some unspent wages from attorney positions.
Is there a time crunch on this?
He's taken the bar this week. I don't know that he's been offered the position yet by Shoshone. I'm kind of waiting for Shoshone, and to some extent, they're waiting for me as well.
Can we bring this back August 7th? And the reason why I say that, it'll give you an opportunity to get that projection so we can nail it down and not be just so like, well, if I have intern hours or if I have unspent funds, you know what I mean? It just,
No, I know.
a little bit more solid.
I hesitated to put it on the agenda, but I know Shoshone's kind of waiting for me, and I'm kind of waiting for them. I just wanted to get the ball rolling, so I will do that.
Okay, because I'm in favor of it.
Well, I have some questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're looking for 10 hours with an attorney, basically, if
Correct.
you split it with Shoshone. And you have 2 open attorney positions.
At the moment.
Yes. So if you fill those positions, do you still want to keep this 10-hour-a-week attorney?
I will, and that's part of the challenge with the budget is, as of right now, I could do it because I know I've had salary savings throughout this fiscal year. I don't know what next year is gonna look like. I'm not getting new applications for these 2 vacancies. I'm guessing between now and October, when people taking the bar this week are finding out their bar results in September, October, we're gonna get flooded with a few applications. And so I just don't know what salary savings I'll have going into next fiscal year until I see them.
And is this person going to be criminal or civil?
Criminal.
Okay.
But yes, that's the plan is, I would like to keep this 10-hour position for the duration of the 6 to 9 months it's anticipated for. So I do think that could be calculated out so that we could get a projection for some salary savings for 26. Worst case scenario, I just might have to freeze one of those vacant positions for a period of time to ensure
No.
the savings are there.
One other question. This person will obviously be full-time on someone's payroll.
Yes, he'd be full-time on Shoshone. We would just be reimbursing Shoshone.
So would that be a loaded reimbursement because now they're eligible for benefits, or would that just be like a part-time reimbursement?
That's one of the things Shoshone and I are talking about. I do think that Ben, the Shoshone prosecutor, has done some calculations as far as loaded wages. So it possibly could be.
And do they pay as much over there as they do here?
I know they have advertised a position over the last year or 2, starting out more than I do. I'm not sure what he calculated this one at.
All right, well, I probably have a couple other questions,
It's
but,
in the ballpark, though. We're talking about a few thousand a year.
okay, all right.
I just wanted to make a clarification, Brandy Falcon for the record. So if I'm understanding correctly, this person is gonna be an employee of Shoshone County. So for Kootenai County, on our side, this is not a personnel expense, because we're not contributing to their PERSI. They're not an employee of ours. It would be a B budget expense for the prosecutor. They would get invoiced by Shoshone, and I guess it's up to legal to decide if there has to be some sort of MOU between Shoshone and Kootenai County. So Shoshone County would invoice the Kootenai County Prosecutor's Office, and then our prosecutor would pay a B budget invoice expense probably monthly. So it wouldn't be coming out of the prosecutor's A budget, it'd be coming out of their FY26 B budget. Because you can't have 2 agencies employ the same person and have 2 health plans, 2 pensions, it doesn't work that way. So we've had similar situations where we reimburse another county for like a law clerk or something.
So could this be a temporary seasonal position or anything?
I mean, I would
that-
defer to HR and legal. Can you be an employee of 2 counties at the same time? That's employment law. That's up to our attorneys and HR department.
I don't see how you can do that.
All double dipping.
Okay.
Because then that
Well, we'll
reduces their.
figure that out for the August 7th HR meeting.
I've got some homework to do. Thank you.
Okay, so then we will pass on this one. All right, that concludes our business. Public comment? Nothing? 2:29, meeting adjourned. Thank you.